Hey, it's time to dish with D. That's me. Thank you for coming on this video and making yourself a priority. I'm Denise. It is Wednesday, and today is Wednesday's Wisdom for Weight Loss. These are questions that I get asked in my group. I put a post up, and as a Weight Watchers lifetime member and a person being on plan, I answer them my opinion. Are they always right? No. You may disagree, and that's fine. I always say, this is how I feel in relation to these questions. You might not, but maybe you're looking for some kind of guidance and some kind of general, discussion. Well, I love opening up discussions. But let's get started. I haven't done a Wednesday Wisdom in a couple of weeks. I try to do it every week. I feel like sometimes it gets, we run out of things. We got a few questions today, so I haven't looked at them. I never look at them before I've filmed, which I know you might not believe or not, but I don't, because I feel for me, I answer better off the cuff than I do if I have to think about it. I don't know what it is about that. So, if I have something that maybe needs a bit research, I will sit there and say it needs a bit of research, but let's go. All right, I always shut off the commenting too on the post so people don't keep asking questions. All right. Excuse me. Morning. I'm up and out early before I have to film a day in the life today. I have to go to BJ's to get glasses today. So I'm filming this at 8 a.m., which normally I film it at 9:30. All right, my lovelies, let's get started. Calorie counting or WW, which are you finding more success with? Neither. At the moment. I'll be honest, neither. But here's the deal with both. And this is how I think it's always good once in a while to do a calorie counting few days just to see where you stand. That's why I do enjoy the Healthy app, because it's there if you need it. It's not like something you have to do extra. Like, there are people out there that are tracking on 2 different apps to have both. I don't know. That's dedication. I find the more you do on 2 different apps, the more confusing it gets and the more frustrating I get. So I find when I want to do those, when I want to focus with that like secondary macro in the background, I do my Healthy app. And I just want to do points, I do the WW app. Right now, I am currently just doing the WW app. I am just doing the diabetic plan. So I am not tracking in Healthy this month. I'm just seeing how it goes. Like, that's the joy of life. You get to try different things and see what works for you. Try calorie counting. See how you feel on it. For me, my personal opinion, and that's all this is, I hated it. Literally, I hated it. I felt more like I was on a diet when I counted calories. When I have to count vegetables and fruit. First of all, I don't eat that much fruit. So that I don't worry about. There are people out there that are eating a crap ton of fruit. Okay, but I don't. But counting, the things that you put into a salad, and people say, well, then just don't do that. Well, then you're not really calorie counting, are you? If you're going to do the plan as you're supposed to do it. And that means putting every blessed thing in there. And honestly, that was way too much dedication. That's why I never did calorie counting in the past. I didn't, when people say calorie counting, like it's something brand new. Calorie counting has been around since what? The 50s? I don't even know. It's been around forever as far as I know. So why is it when people say, oh my gosh, you should need to try calorie count, like it's something new, and it isn't. It was just too daunting for me. I wasn't that dedicated to putting everything in like that. When you get used to Weight Watchers and the point system and you get into a rhythm with it, it becomes, and I don't want to use the word simple, but it's simplified. So I feel like it's something that we all can do quickly. And I'd rather do something quicker than get frustrated and not do it at all. So I have to say that I've had more success with WW, honestly, in the general scheme of my journey. Yes, WW. Every time I've done calories, it's just good to see, like I said, once in a while, to see where you stand, just to make sure you're eating enough, because that's the one thing you hear about people who say they're not eating enough. But I venture to guess, and you could disagree, that those people who say that don't go into their weekly points, because there's no way in God's green earth that you're not eating enough if you're eating all your weeklies and your activity points. Because the people I've heard say that are active people, so I know they're getting activity points. So I venture to say it's just an excuse, honestly, to sit there and not do WW. Like, honestly, if you're eating 0 point foods and you're eating your points, you're eating enough. At least you should be. And the thing it is for me, I never ate enough 0-point foods. I say that all the time. I don't. I should be eating them. They should be incorporated in every meal you have. But sometimes you just don't feel like those. They're not foods I gravitate towards. I mean, how often do I have fish? Not often enough. But I have been trying to incorporate more. I know this sounds weird coming out of my mouth, but ground turkey into my life. And not the 0-point ground turkey. I mean, you could do the 0-point ground turkey. I'm just not willing to pay the price for it, honestly. It's just not as tasty as the 93. And that's the turkey that I get. So yes, I have to count it, but it's still turkey. And I didn't gain weight eating 93% ground turkey. But I've been finding the amount of protein in that, the amount of protein in cottage cheese, the amount of protein in tuna. It's like crazy. And when you try, like, at least if you're not going to count calories, eating things that are higher in protein like that and getting a protein goal. My protein goal is like 90 to 100. It's not anything crazy because I don't want to be using supplements to get to an unrealistic protein goal. I'm not buying bars and drinks to get to 150 grams of protein. That's not sustainable in my world. I could do it for a while, sure. But we're talking about sustainability and doing something that you can continue. So I hope that answered your question. So I would say WW. Yes. I never felt like I was more on a diet than counting calories. Seriously. When you have to count lettuce and cucumbers, it just was like, why? Why? Food you used to eat all the time during weight loss and now can't stand to eat. I did a video on that. Foods that I ate in the beginning of my weight loss journey. If I remember to link that, I will. But like, you would try all these things that are out there and, you know, it's like the next big thing. I would say I started eating overnight oats, but I love them. So that hasn't changed. I like food. I'm a food lover. So very rare that I don't like tea, but things like Quest bars. Quest powder. I don't like the Quest brand anymore. Only thing I like from Quest is their chips and their cookies. But I would buy their bars all the time. I can't eat them now. Can't eat them. Yeah, I guess it's because I broadened my horizons and new bars have come around. And when you take a bar like a Bear Bell and you're like, it's covered in chocolate, and you compare it to a Quest, which is like, it's just, in my opinion, it's not good. So I would say probably certain things. And that's just from trial and error. Those pop cakes. You ever see those big pop cakes? They sell them on my Amish market. They're like big puffed rice cakes. Freaking styrofoam. And I remember I was sitting there one day going, why am I eating styrofoam? I remember sitting there going, this is styrofoam. Why am I eating this? It just tastes like a rice cake. I'm going to bleep that out. Yeah, that was two things. And if I remember link that video, there's a lot of things on that video, but I would say for the most part, I've always eaten pretty good regular food. I've had it, eating more chicken. And like I said, lately it's been ground turkey and chicken. I don't know what it is about it. I am obsessed. And I did a whole video on my new obsessions because it's like, yeah, cottage cheese has been an obsession. Parts of palm has been an obsession. All right. Like I said, that video probably has more interest than I can think of. But there's nothing I could think of that except those two things. Quest is big. I'm not sure if you got the one I submitted last week, but I was wondering if you know of a sweet topping I could use on popcorn. Low point kind. What I like on popcorn is, which may be weird, Clean Simple Eats has a protein packet. It came in my sample pack. It was called cotton candy. And I'm thinking, what am I going to do with this? And I read somewhere, somebody posted some group, or maybe it was a mine group, I don't know, that they put it on popcorn. I'm like, really? It's amazing on popcorn. It's truly delicious. So I love that as a sweet topping on popcorn. You could use like any of those little dust things that we get at Walmart, like the Cinnadust, the Snicker dust. I did a video. I did a video of my obsessions, and they were one of the things I focused on with those little flavor shakers that I get at Sam's and Walmart. They have a Thin Mint. They have Snickers. What's the one with the cookie and the caramel? There's several of them. Cinnadust. Cinnamon is really good on popcorn. It's more savory than sweet, but if you put a little bit of, any kind of sweetener that you use, even use a little bit of sugar. I mean, a little sugar goes a long way. But the protein was really good. Now, I don't know about regular protein. I've only ever used the cotton candy. Like if you used vanilla, how would that be? Or peanut butter. People use powdered peanut butter on popcorn. They say it's really good. I've never used that. But those dust, and they sell little popcorn things that are flavored that you can get sweet ones. Now, Weight Watchers had one. It was called caramel corn, I believe. I think I have that. That's really good too. Go on there, check out the WW website if you're a member. I think you could shop them if you're not. They used to have popcorn toppers. But I can't believe it's not butter, of course. It goes on first and then anything else just sticks to it. But yeah, those are the ones that I tend to gravitate towards. Those shakers, Twix. That was what I was thinking of, the Twix one. And a quarter or half a teaspoon, I think it's a quarter teaspoon, is 0 points. And it's such a powder that it'll spread all over your popcorn. Half the time, I never even finish the quarter teaspoon. How could I stop snacking after dinner when I'm not even hungry? I know it's a habit. Do other things. Occupy yourself. As long as you've finished, your daily allotment and you're not hungry, then don't eat. And tell yourself that I'm not hungry. I'm not going to eat. And get busy. Do something. I tend to watch Netflix. I get involved in something, get away from the kitchen. Sometimes being around the kitchen makes me eat just because I'm there. Put things away. If things are out on the counter that trigger you to snack, put them away so you don't have to look at them. I find when I see something, I'm like, oh, I really want that. But I'm not hungry, but I want it. Because the head hunger wants it. The belly doesn't. So I would say put it away. Occupy yourself, do something different. I say go on Facebook. It's a black hole, the interweb. It is. You could spend hours on the internet just scrolling through things, and all of a sudden it's like, oh wow, and it will pass. It is a habit, and I had to get out of that habit because of the reflux. I got sick, so I knew if I ate, I would be up all night. So I got, and it's even now. It's like it's been years now that I've haven't had it. But I don't think about food because once you get into a habit of not doing it, you just don't think about it. So I highly recommend that. Other than carrots and celery, what are your good to pack and go veggies? Cucumbers. Preferably the Persian ones, but hey, whatever you can get. I love the little mini bell peppers. I love the mini bell peppers. You could prep them, clean them. They're fantastic. Sugar snap peas. I love those. Radishes are my new favorite thing. They are so stinking crunchy that it's crazy. Yeah, radishes. Oh, and sometimes you can get rainbow radishes, all in different colors. Radishes have been probably my saving grace because it's like a potato chip almost. It's crunchy. But yes, definitely cucumbers, radishes, mini bell peppers, sugar snap peas. I love beets, but I don't know if you want to pack those. I love them now. Oh, beets are brain food, but some people don't like beets. I love beets. But those are the easy ones to pack and go. I'm going to sit there and tell you about carrots too. I don't like baby carrots, not even a little bit. I think that they stink. If you want carrots, get a big carrot and cut it down. They taste better. Those baby carrots taste crappy. Not good, not good. Or, you know what I'm going to say, because my peeps who watch me know what I'm going to say. Carrot chips. They're sold in the section where the baby carrots are, and the shredded carrots, they're carrot chips. They're way better than the baby carrots. It's almost like they do something to those baby carrots that it just makes them terrible tasting. But the chips are good. And they have a nice surface. It's great for dip, great for hummus. So yeah, I would say don't give up the carrots. Just get the carrot chips. Or like I said, make your own carrot chips out of regular. We have a farm stand that grows like big mother carrots, as I call them. They're huge. And they're the best tasting carrots. When I go, he usually has them around this time of year. I'm going to have to go around he's actually around the corner. I need to go and grab them and show you. They're just amazing. They're huge. And they're so good. I made a video, of pickling carrots, and I used those because they were so big. I was able to slice them down. They were so good. Oh my gosh, so good. So, yeah, they're my top go-to veggies. I mean, there's all different kinds, but like jicama is a good one, but I think it's hard to find. Kohlrabi is a good one, but again, that's another one that's hard to find. It's seasonal, so you have to watch for those. But those ones that I mentioned, you should be able to find at no price. Even the radishes, you should be able to find. And people, which I've never found, but I've tasted, is watermelon radish. It looks so good. That is, maybe I should grow them. Maybe next year's project, grow my own radishes. That might be fun. I've been thinking about, my parents always had a garden, and I've never had one. I've thought about putting one, and we'd certainly have the room, but we'll see. Maybe that'll be a project for next year. How to stop eating regular candy and eat sugar-free candy instead? Buy the right one. If you buy the right candy, you won't miss the sugar candy. I love Choc Zero. It's an online candy. I love Skinny Me chocolate. I have hauled them many times. Now, I've never seen them in the store, that Skinny Me is sold at Ross. I've never seen it, but I hear it's sold at Ross. They are fantastic. When you taste that, you will never know that there's not sugar in that. It is phenomenal. Both brands. And you have to watch. Some candies have a sugar replacement called maltitol. If you have a little bit, it's fine, but if you have a little too much, then you go into the bathroom, which sometimes is not a bad thing. But anything made by Lily's has bars too that are really good. You can get those. I see them everywhere now. The Lily's chips, the Lily's bars. If you go to the protein section of like Target, Quest does have peanut butter cups that are really good. I will say their peanut butter cups are good. And any kind of protein candy, I found it has been tasty. And you can get that, like I said, at Target and stuff. So definitely, but the Choc Zero, they have an advent calendar. I didn't get it this year, but it's phenomenal. And I believe each piece was 2 points. My problem with that was it was all the same pieces. Like, I needed something a little bit different. But they have, I think you can get like a dark and a milk. I prefer the dark. I love dark chocolate. That's my Achilles heel. But yeah, I order from Choc Zero a lot. I order from Skinny Me a lot. Skinny Me, and what I love about both of them is their chocolate comes individually wrapped. So unless you're getting a bar, but if you're getting like the little, and this way you just get one piece at a time. You're not sitting there having a bar where you have to like snap a piece and stare at it. I mean, you can get the bar, but I do recommend getting the little. They look like Ghirardellis, and they're so phenomenal. So they're definitely, and I will tell you, you will not know the difference. It's both of them, Skinny Me or Skinnylicious, Skinny Me chocolates or Skinnylicious. I think it's Skinny Me, and Choc Zero. I will link them both if I remember down in the description box, so you can go over there. Phenomenal, so good. And the last question says WW, and I don't know what that means. WW. Unless she was answering the other question, calorie counting or Weight Watchers. So that could be, and I said I'm Team Weight Watchers. I am not Team Calorie. I don't think I'll ever be Team Never. I can't. I mean, here's the funny thing. When I did calorie counting, I think that was back in September. And then I was challenged because I was frustrating. It's so much. And somebody challenged me to do the Sugar Smart on Healthy, which is the old green plan. And I didn't like the green plan because I thought it was a lot of tracking. But when you go from calorie counting to the green plan, it was like a breeze because I didn't have to track any of my veggies and fruit. I'm like, it was a good transition. So Marcy, I thank you again for that. That was great. And I've been challenged this month to be on the diabetic plan on Weight Watchers. So I thought, what the heck? Challenge me. And I like that. I like being challenged. It gets me a chance to really, and that's a great thing. Challenge yourself. Maybe you could do the challenge with me. How many of you have the WW app? I challenge you to put it on the diabetic plan just for the month of November. It's not really anything different. You get more points, but you have to track certain, you lose zeros. You lose yogurt, you lose, I think, corn, and you lose fruit. but you gain so many extra points. I think I have 28 versus 23, so I have 5 extra points, which really is equivalent to 2 servings of fruit if I wanted, and I don't really eat a lot of fruit, so I thought it does kind of make sense for me to go on there. Only thing I may be upset with is the yogurt, but then I realized, how much yogurt do you really have, Denise? Are you eating a half a cup of yogurt? No, most times I'm mostly mixing it into things, so I'll survive. But if you want to join me, let me know in the comment section below if you want to join these Challenge D, and I could challenge you to join me. How's that? Well, that is all the questions I have for today. I thank you for submitting them. Oh my God, I think I talked 20 minutes, and I apologize for that little faux pas there, but yeah, when something tastes like styrofoam, don't be eating things because they're 0 or 1 point. If they taste like styrofoam, then don't eat it. As I'm saying to myself that day, I'm going, why am I eating this? Oh, because 1 is 0. Oh, whoop-de-doo. There's the thing. You can't compromise taste for points and calories. You can't. Because you're never going to stay on it consistently. Because if you're really not loving it, and maybe people love them. Hey, who am I? Maybe you do love to eat styrofoam. I'm not, no judgment here, but I know I didn't. And I remember sitting there going that one day, well, why am I eating these? Why? So that is it for me. If you enjoy Wednesday Wisdom, let me know, a big old thumbs up. Comment below to any of these things. I'd love to hear your answers as well. Just be kind. And I will dish with you another day. Thanks for watching. If you've not yet hit that subscribe button after this video and you like what you see, join us here at Dish with D for obviously realistic weight loss chit chat. I keep it real here, obviously. So if that is something that you need and you like, join us, join our community here. We will be live tonight, Wednesday, and tomorrow, Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern time here on the channel for the podcast Weight Loss Chit Chat. So join us here anytime. Just show up and we talk. So that is it. I will dish with you another day. Bye-bye for now, my lovelies.